We all come from our own camps, and we all have our own chips on our shoulders, right?
Yes.
So the moment that I got that call, and you're like, "Hey, Carnal, I made you a painting, and I wanted to present it to you."
Hey.
Man, that shit was humbling as fuck to me, dog.
Wow.
And it made me realize that I could put down that chip. The homies putting down that chip on his shoulders. Like, we never had nothing bad or nothing, but it's just like another man embracing another man and say, "Hey, homie, here's your props. This is what you do." Homie, that was one of the most humbling moments up to that point in my life, dog.
I had a good time doing that painting. I had a great time thinking about you, your success. I felt great sitting there and, putting something together and like gifting you something that was from the heart.
That was dope.
I think that was coincidentally, those were like some of my early paintings. I wasn't like heavy into the arts like I am now. God bless, I've had some pieces put in a museum, and I got a lot more collectors now. And
Wow.
now it's like I get really inspired when I paint, Maybe back then I was trying to decipher it. I was like, oh shit, trying to figure it out, having fun with it. But I know it was important for me to come in and also tip my hat and bring something that I think was very important.
That was dope, homie.
I think so.
There it is right there, homie. Right there hanging in my showroom, I call this right here. So I'm proud of it, homie. You know what I'm saying?
I walked by it, I didn't even notice. And when I went to the restaurant, I go, I wonder if the homie has that painting in his house, in his garage. I wonder where that thing is at,
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Shout out to all the artists that I messed with, Shireen, the homie Chewy Sanchez, a lot of different artists. And we do have different paintings up in different spots. I have Chewy Sanchez's art still up in Marina Del Rey at the crib. We got the Lakers one that the homegirl Shireen did. It's actually right now in my crib.
Beautiful.
And
That's an
Spanky
honor.
Loco's right here,
Wow.
my G. And every single time I'm interviewing anybody, it's right behind them, homie. So it's inspirational, homie.
What a
and
blessing.
And I appreciate you doing that for me.
Thank you.
That shit's
Thank you.
dope, homie. I definitely get people always asking about it. That's one of my
Wow.
mom's favorite pieces.
No way.
My mom actually asked if she could have it.
No way.
I'm like, nah, that's in my showroom. You tripping. So yeah, homie, you got a sick talent. You got a sick talent, homie.
Wow, thank you,
And that
homie.
is one of the most original pieces I've ever received. The way that you put it together and the way that it came together, homie. So
I gotta look at it again. I'll trip
it's
out on
amazing,
it for
dog.
sure.
It's amazing.
You know what's interesting? What motivated me to do these paintings like that and
Yeah.
really to get on that? It's Nipsey Hussle got killed, and I wasn't like a huge Nipsey fan. I'm sorry. I wish I had more knowledge of a lot more of his songs and things. I mean, I've heard a lot of them and whatnot. Wasn't a super huge fan, but the incident really intrigued me, homie. The incident really it really touched me, because these are people that are supposed to love you, my boy. These are people that are supposed to take care of you. These are people that are supposed to have your back. These are people that are supposed to, take their shirt off for you, break bread with you, check on you. And what happens? They murder you. So that really that really did something to me. In my subconscious, I was really like, wow, what a fucking trip. And I really had the need to do a Nipsey painting because I was so mentally, I was so absorbed into that situation. I didn't go and go visit his memorial. I didn't do much of that, but I did grab an easel and I grabbed a painting and I went and I remember that I saw the paper, and the paper was the headline of his murder and his own homeboy and all these interesting things, and I thought, man, this is wild. I need to paint this. I need to paint this. And I think that's what started this art painting thing for me, the death of Nipsey, which is incredible. It's weird, but it really did something to me. It really motivated me, and from there, that's how I created this one and many others in that style. So I got one in my house that's not. I've offered it to the family, and no response and whatever. But I mean, the painting is there. It's in my son's room. it's a lot of people always ask me, is it for sales? I said no. I've sold prints, but I didn't feel right. I don't know, making money off of it. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like it was important for me to gain income from it. So the painting is there in my house.
Hell yeah. I remember we were at the penthouse right on Abbot Kinney in Venice.
Yeah.
And you pulled up, and I remember you bringing that up. And it stood out to me because I remember that very clearly. You were like, hey, homie, what they did to Nipsey inspired this. And to the people that I feel like are important to our culture, you're one of them, and I want to gift this to you. And I remember that was a very, very special moment to me, homie, because coming from our culture where everybody tries to put each other down and throw each other under the bus, cut corners and all that, you have a real-ass man, a solid-ass dude that took his time out of his life with his family and presented that to me, homie. That was one of, like I said, the most humbling moment that I've ever had from appearing in this Chicano rap game, homie. So I want to thank you for that, homie. Real talk.
Well, thank you too for the great work and also being an inspiration. I mean, shit, you was at it when we was thinking about doing it. You know what I'm saying? So if I got legendary status, you definitely got. You been at that.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was much needed and very important, and especially we was, like you said, we was in the same highway, not on the same lane.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you rolling fast and smashing and doing all of that, it's like you ain't shit. You trying to get through and smash, and you don't care about the cars next to you. And it's like slowing down and being courteous to the cars next to you and being mindful of who's there and being respectful, and all of that is very important to me. So it's been gradual. I think these are the days that, it was important for us to start this new trend of trying to be good people.
Straight up.
I ain't been the best at it, but I'm trying to do my part. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Most definitely.
It's very inspirational, homie, because moments like that help me be able to put my guard down and say, you know what? It's okay to give the next man props. It's okay. It made it easier for me to do shit like this. You know what I mean? And those are moments and little seeds that are planted in my life to say, hey, homie, if a real one like Spanky Loco could come and tip hat to me, then why can't I do it to the next man that deserves it too? You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, homie. Real talk.
Thank you, homie. It's good to know that. I appreciate you.
Hell yeah. So what?
I'm sorry to interrupt. I got more art for you. I did tell you I had more art for you, and I wanted to connect with you to bring you more art. I didn't bring it today though.
Okay.
So it's just a reason to come and see you again.
Hell yeah. That's dope.
Right?
And I'll definitely take that, homie. Okay. The door's open 24/7, 365 for you, homie.
I got a gang of more art that I've done since.
Hell yeah.
So I got a couple things for you for sure.
That's good to hear, Holmes, and I'm proud of you, dog. And speaking of that, with the art turning into merchandise, I mean, you had dope ass backpacks. I have to say, one of the dopest backpacks I ever seen in the game from our culture was by Spanky Loco.
Come on.
You had what was it, like a? I don't want to say the word, like an apron, like a tattoo apron, or what was it, like that? Yeah. All G'd up. I mean, you've done some dope shit merchandise-wise. So your art blends into merchandise. Your art blends into the way you advertise yourself. You're just an artist all the way around.